Hi, Joost. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Hi, good afternoon.
So this is your first time in with Funnel TV, right?
It is.
The first is not going to be the last, I hope.
Let's
All
see.
right.
Good.
So you can share the screen, Federica, and you can start your pitch.
Thanks. Thanks for having me, everyone. So my name is Doevendans, head of sales at ProposaleS, modern way to send proposals. So as most of you know, we live in a fast-paced online era where data is key. I want to touch a bit on those elements when looking at mice and group sales. In general, the way we buy has changed a lot. Everyone uses Amazon. We buy everything online. You can get some groceries to your doorstep within 10 minutes with Gorillas. You can buy travel via OTAs. It's all online. It's fast-paced. Yet, the way booking process for mice and groups look like, it's fairly slow. It's offline mostly and lacking a lot of that data. Because of it being offline, there's going a lot of emails back and forth. It's PDF driven. And when you compare that to how hotel room bookings are made, we see that 80% of that happens online. Even during COVID, we've seen that going up more. From that 80%, 70% is even happening on mobile. And comparing that to mice and groups, we see 70% of it happening offline. The good thing about that is that it's still heavily direct, and that is a huge opportunity for hotels. The challenge with it being offline is that proposals look static, unsexy, and not mobile friendly. It's a really inefficient process, both for sales teams, but also for customers booking mice and group business or rooms. And there's a lack of data insights. And that lack of data insights is blocking modernization, and it's blocking managers having a good insight in what is happening in a huge market segment. So let's modernize mice and group distribution and move away from the mice and group sales, but into distribution. And do that by moving away from PDF documents and static manual work into a new paradigm powered by technology and e-commerce superpowers, as we like to say. So move into a modern booking experience for your customer. And what is a modern booking experience? Well, it's fast, it's mobile friendly, it's online driven, it's data driven, and it's personalized. And that last element, data driven, is so important to make the other steps happen. And one of the first steps is really start collecting requests online to be able to start building a more online experience. That data is also really going to help you qualify the leads. At the moment, we see hotels don't really know how hot the lead is because they don't have data on the lead. By sending sexy looking proposals, you will convert more business and win from competition. And this all will result in more data that is going to help you analyze more and understand what is the potential really. So of course, you want to know, how do we do it? So, well, good to see a request coming in from Enzo. And by structuring the data, no matter the channel, we can start pushing the request into a proposal straight away, no matter if it's coming by email or by the website. And we can say me how to make the creation of a process of a proposal. So we're going to push this structured data into as the template. You can see that it's a bit personalized already. The date is there, company name is there. We can personalize the introduction a little bit. It's basically all there. We can, of course, also manually still customize it, make it more personal. We're really aiming to semi-automate the process, not making it unpersonal. We can change the quantity. We can add discounts wherever you like. We can see that the quantity is already there based on the request. We can see prices are fixed, but we can also pull them from external resources where needed. We can even make pieces here flexible or optional, so the customer decides if they want to have breakfast and how many they want to have, making the flow super fast and taking away steps to communicate with the sales team, but really making it a smooth and efficient process. So the customer can just continue with the process instead of having to wait for a response from the sales team. Super visual, a lot of nice looking content. You can add videos. Here, a video from one of our customers. Adding attachments. We're not a fan of PDF documents, but sometimes they're needed. And because this is also a legally binding e-signing solution, you can basically add booking terms and conditions. You can even add payment, and then after the proposal is e-signed, it will directly be forwarded to a payment page. From here, basically hit send, personalize your messaging to the customer, and an email will be sent out with a personalized booking link, or bringing them to this proposal, showing it on a web page, basically, where they can interact with the proposal. We can also see if it's been opened, how they interact with it. It's very easy to adjust it to really speed up the process and increase conversion from requests. I hope that give you somewhat of an insight. Some of our clients really variety from larger chains to small individual boutique hotels. Anyone handling requests, really. Thanks for your time.
This is going to be a very strong gong, the classic one. Thank you, Joost. So let's start with some interesting question. Joe?
Thank you very much for that pitch. Very interesting product. I love the kind of making the whole proposal process offline to online. And so with that, my mind is racing and I've got 1,000 questions, but if I could maybe distill it down to just one thing, I was wondering if you could touch on how this digitization of proposal might streamline the workflow within the hotel team, right? So for example, I'm thinking about, can the proposal pull the availability of meeting space, find out what the pricing is from the RMS, update the customer details in the contact list from, within the CRM, or whether you have some of that capability, just pulling all the teams together in this digitized workflow that can then just bang out a proposal in minutes.
Yeah, thanks for your question, Joe. Good question, and something that comes up a lot. So we have connectivities with a few systems, CRM systems, for example, Salesforce, SuperOffice, a few others. We've actually launched our Opera Cloud connectivity and News connectivity last week. So we're basically pulling the availability into ProposaleS. So you basically see if there's availability of rooms. You can block the rooms as soon as you send out the proposal. The room inventory will be blocked in the PMS tentatively, and because there's e-signing included, as soon as the proposal is e-signed, it will be confirmed in the PMS. And also when the proposal expires based on the expiry date, and the inventory will be released again. So definitely really all making sure that the booking process becomes smoother for the customer, but also for sales teams.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Aida.
Hi, Joost. Thank you for your presentation. It was very enlightening because I didn't have a clue about what ProposaleS was, to be honest, and I learned a lot about what your product is about. And since I didn't know much about it, I was wondering which are the markets you're working in, because I am unsure yet how big you are. So I would like to understand whether you are based only in some specific cities, or everybody interested can join into your platform and so on. Thank you.
Thanks, Aida. So we have clients in 25 countries. As I said, varying from larger chains, Nordic Choice Hotels, Scandic, First Hotels, to smaller independent hotels, Sofitel, a few Sofitel properties. So can be used anywhere. We have our first client in the US, so can be definitely used anywhere. And we see that the process is pretty alike anywhere in the world. Impact can also be made on local individual hotel level with just single salespeople, but also in group sales teams, especially there where the pressure on a lot of requests coming in and handling requests can take a lot of time in current processes. We can make huge impact.
Okay. This sounds very, very interesting, this new approach of ProposaleS, right? So let's see what Daniela think about it.
Yeah, I was thinking a lot about it, actually, quite impressed. So thank you for that. But I'm touching back on what Joe was asking before. when we connect it to an existing CRS or PMS, I understand you have a couple of interfaces in place already. But my question hits really to the how do you load the system in case you're not connected to any CRS or PMS, assuming that would not be a standard CRS, it would be a customized version that a hotel chain is using. And so what you will need to enter your prices, your availability, and then to adjust that. And what do you do when you get 50, 60, 70 requests a day, maybe a lot for certain periods, which is the normal business you're running, I suppose. So how does that actually work? Because, you know, you need to make sure that you don't quote anything double, that you don't overbook yourself and all these kind of things.
Yeah, fair question, and something that definitely comes up a lot. So thanks for that, Daniela. So there's another way to connect, which is via channel managers to get the availability and block the availability. In general, as I've shown, the majority of hotels use PDF documents. PDF documents are not integrated with anything. So the majority of our clients also still use it without the connectivity with availability of meeting spaces, simply because it's not integrated in their current environment. And we're really focusing on optimizing the commercial process, getting a request, responding to a request as soon as possible, and converting that. And then within our solution, we also have a lot of reporting. We have follow-up triggers. So sales teams will be notified about someone opening a proposal. They will be notified about a customer signing it. It will also be notified when proposal is about to expire. So it's really focused on helping sales teams to be on top of leads and convert.
All right, cool.
Wow, some excellent questions there, and thank you very much, Joost. That was super insightful. So thank you all for your time reviewing ProposaleS, and we'll see you around. Stay tuned, Joost.